How was the Peterborough experience for you?
Up and down, you know. It started really well. I was Grant McCann's first signing. So we had all the aspirations of it being, this is the one because this is my first signing, so he's going to do really, really well. My young mentality probably let me down. I'm not even saying probably it did let me down. You know, sometimes you just got to take some accountability. And I'll get into the story of with that. So I've signed for Peterborough. Their pre-season tour is always in Portugal. So we've gone to Portugal. Right. Bearing in mind, I've signed a 2-year deal. They've gave me all this talk about the right back at the time. I won't name him, but yeah, there was like, oh, he's leaving. He's meant to be leaving. You're going to play. Anyway, I've signed this 2-year deal. His deal was expiring. Anyway, we get to the airport and he's there. And I'm like, what's going on here? So we get out to Portugal and he's doing an interview with the media. And it's like he signed a 3.5-year deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or was it a 3-year? It was either a 3-year or 3.5-year deal anyway. So I'm looking like, you've brought me in, I've signed a 2-year, and he signed a 3-year. And I'm like, what's going on? But I've not got enough pull in the changing room to really say it with my chest at this point of what's going on, even though I'm raging. So anyway, we've gone through pre-season. I've done better than him throughout the whole of pre-season. At this time, you play the first game of the season, then it's the Papa John's or whatever it was, checker trade or whatever. Then it's back into the season.
Yeah.
So I've started the first game of the season, Rochdale away. I've got an assist. I think I might have got 2 assists. Then I've played the checker trade game. I think I got an assist that game again. And then the next league game on the Friday is name the team, and I'm not in it. So, yeah. So these times it's me, Jerome, Rico, Adil Nab, who else? Marcus Madison, but he was playing. But they were probably the 4. So I'm looking at them like, are you not seeing what's going on? I've just played well 2 games. The manager's giving all this chat about if you do well enough, then you keep your shirt. Which, as you get older, you know it doesn't work like that. That's only certain position.
Not at all.
So yeah, I've come out the team. And I'm thinking, instead of how I should be thinking, like, I'm going to show you, I'm thinking, nah, fuck that. So that went on a bit too long. Like I said, if I look back now, how I was probably acting around the training ground was probably way too negative. Way too negative. I didn't want to play. I was thinking, how are you going to violate?
People don't understand that. Like, you're a kid, you're doing your thing, and then out of the blue, you just drag. Do you know what I mean?
I still feel like one of the managers that I'm closest to now and still talk to is Matt Taylor. And the way that he, with players and man-managed players, like they can't complain.
Yeah,
and
but not everyone's like that. Some people forget some managers forget they used to be players.
I think something happens on the coaching course that makes them switch, because you just here like a year ago. So you know what I'm thinking. But what, one course? And
I personally think, you know what I think it comes down to? I think it personally comes down to the fact that what happens during the season then changes them. Because usually during preseason they're calm and that sort of stuff, but then stuff starts happening during the season. They're like, hold on, wait. I can't move how I'm moving. I can't be the player's manager anymore.
Yeah.
I can't be the manager's player anymore. So,
you know, Jacob, I've always thought this though, and I know every player is different, but if you just tell me, and I know managers are probably thinking, I need everyone to be on a certain level, so he's pushing the next player, and this player doesn't feel like he's going to play week in, week out. But if you just tell me, this is number 1, and you've got work to get in there, I'm going to try a lot harder than you selling me the bullshit. If that makes sense.
Understood for us and people like us, but that's where it comes down to the manager knowing their players and their personalities. But they always want to beat around the bush because they feel like they're protecting you from something.
Yeah.
Like we've all heard, oh, I'm protecting you, but I don't need to be protected. I'd rather you be honest.
Yeah,
we come from a place of honesty.
Yeah.
So like, if they're honest and open with us, we'd understand, okay, cool, we can just go ahead and do this. But when they're not, you sit there and go, fuck this, I don't even want to.
I think maybe that's even from childhood, because the way my dad always was with me, it was like, Hayden, I'm going to ask you once, and you tell me the truth. If you lie to me, then there's a problem. But no matter what it is you've done, if you tell me the truth, there's no consequences. And that's how I tried to live my life. But Yeah. So I was
Peterborough. Let's go back to Peterborough because I was digging deep into the real Hayden White. You know what I mean? All this soft stuff. So we're at Peterborough.
yeah.
You lose your head. So second year comes. What's your second year saying?
I only signed a 2 year, so this is in the first year. So I signed in the summer and I was gone by January.
Wow.
Yeah. So me and Jerome built our friendship in that 6 months. Like it was brothers. Do you know what I mean? We was both going through the same thing.
Yeah.
It's really tough for both of us. We actually had a meeting where he basically brought all the man them into the office and was like, "Listen, you've all got to go. I don't care how you go, or you can sit here and train with the youth team." January come, transfer came. I had, where was it? Dundee United. Yeah. They were trying to send.
I'm not laughing at you, Scotland. It's just Dundee's far, blood.
I had an offer when I was still at Bolton to go to Scotland, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Do you know what I mean? That's the closest they could get me was Carlisle, because it's like he wanted to get me out of Manchester. No more partying, no more going out. Get away from them lot. But what he didn't know is I was driving 2 hours to Carlisle and back to Manchester every single day until my car exploded. Yeah. Engine blew up. Yeah. We're not doing these drives no more. Because sometimes I'm late. I'm doing 120. I'm doing 120. Pass all the sheep on the road. Yeah. You had to make training on time. So, I was at Peterborough with Jerome. We got really close. He ended up going to, like, as I said, I had Dundee and I had Mansfield. He ended up going to Chesterfield, and I was like, Mansfield are coming in. We can basically maybe even flat share or do something. It's only an hour.
Yeah, it's not far.
Yeah, it's not far. Anyway, I went to Mansfield, and then I had the best 3.5 years of my career, I think. It was unbelievable time there. Unbelievable setup, good people, unbelievable chairman. The only thing is we didn't do what we should have done with the team that we had.